Welcome everyone to game number 2 in this Red Bull qualifier set. The winner of this set does indeed go to Heidelberg. Here we are, game 2, playing on Red Bull Wololo Legacy, the Bull. And you can see why it's named such. It's the Bull. The only way into this resource-rich, cracked terrain area is right underneath the horns of the bull, or to chop through. And these players, you can see, are going to go ahead and try to chop through in a hurry. Both players, and you have over here Daniel playing as the Koreans and Valas playing as the Aztecs. So this is an interesting matchup. The Koreans, a very good archer civilization, and you can see so Daniel headed down here maybe to make a dock or some such thing. Lots of deep fish. I'm not sure about the Koreans on this map. We're really not too certain why the pick there. Aztecs probably just because they are absolute top tier civ. And Valas opening up with an extra eagle as he has that barracks already placed down before transitioning to the archers. Daniel opening up with the archer play, so going to be a little bit behind here as the eagle play just allows a little bit of military control for Valas early on. Eagles not that great against archers in the feudal age because of the production speed and the armor. They don't quite have, the type of armor that they get later. Daniel quickly dropping down a tower, and this one I don't think he wanted to drop down. So this tower I don't love as much as I did the one in the last game for Daniel, as this feels like a more I'm losing position, I need a tower type of tower. And big talking point in this game is who gets through first. I feel like the resources, well, no, you're going to be fine on resources. The only stone, it appears, is in the middle of this map. I have not seen this map. Daniel using a million villagers to wall and still not getting the walls down. That's going to hurt. This idle time is bad. Very, very bad. And the pressure from Valas. This looks like it's going to be a quick one. Valas might even this series right up with the 7-5 on the military. But okay, the walls come down. I feel like there's no hole. You can see there's no hole there. That really looks like a hole. Not a hole. The walls are down. And interesting. Eagle production is going to continue. The archer and skirmisher production is going to be laid off there for Valas. And I really don't know what the Koreans do against the Eagles. I've been in a situation, I think, before, and just, I don't know. I am just totally lost as to what you do against the Eagle Warriors. How do you deal with the Eagle Warriors? And you can see the dock down here. Fishing ships are out over here. Docked a little bit later. That explains the 3 villager difference when the KD is 1-0 and 0-0 eco KD. And Daniel does have a better idle TC time. Both players, it looks like, really just looking to get up to the next age, not able to damage each other. So the Bull playing as a little bit of a defensive map here. And Valas moving up here to all these little shorefish with the mill. Going to be getting in that nice tasty food up there. Daniel out here with the spearmen to try to pick off the fishing ships, and gonna circle the whole way around. And what Daniel is walling this middle section off. So if this game doesn't go quickly, now you can see both players now on the way to the castle age. Daniel. Well, anyway, Daniel must not. Okay, Daniel. Both players on the way to the castle age. Valas about 30 seconds faster. He's not going into archers, so that timing isn't so critical as it is in the archer play. As you can already make the eagles, and the upgrade is a big deal, but it's not like a thing where you just win the game on it. Daniel able to kind of scare off the fishing ships there for a bit for Valas. Now having to run away with that spear. And getting the archers in on that wood line. Daniel's strategy has become clear. He went with the archers. He wants to make towers. He wants to get into the middle of this map. He wants to... beautiful. What a strategy. Get into the middle of this map. Take the stone. Defend the outside as much as possible, wall up, play super defensive, and just deny this middle section from Valas, who desperately needs gold playing as the Aztecs. Going into the Eagle Warrior play, Valas desperately needs gold. And he's going to go running around here and run into a stone wall and gate. Daniel, he's going to get himself in at some point. Way to think outside the box, Daniel. I love this thinking outside the box. And I would love to see a tower coming up. You can even make it back a bit, especially as the Koreans. The forward siege workshop is going to be tower defense for Daniel, who he's bought the stone to add more towers. And so it's going to be stone wall and tower defense for Daniel. And this is close, Daniel. You can't let them out. There is, okay, a couple more layers yet. And this tower going up for Valas is going to be a big deal. But I don't think it's enough because the villagers are going to be in here. For Daniel, he's got to deny this. The strategy revolves around this because the eagle and siege push is going to be something that Daniel's not really able to stop. The guard towers, that's the Koreans' pick, is for that free guard tower upgrade. So that's massively important. The siege workshop coming down for himself, and Daniel, he's got to get a tower up here soon. And I think that's in close enough. The range circles, I need to figure out how to do the range circles in the proper way. And the siege is out. Valas looking for a place to get in, looking to force Daniel to buy more stone. And I think he's going to have to. Yep. Extra walls coming up behind. Those eagles get in. The game's over. Now Daniel, he's into the middle. Daniel is into the middle onto the stone. That's massive. This tower going to come up for Daniel. I think Valas notices it and has to shift his attention. So really the easiest way in is through here for... This needs to be walled up too. You cannot allow that side because those eagles getting in would be devastating. The market taking a lot of damage. Siege for Daniel. He's gonna try and get a good shot in, and he's able to get close enough. Besides, against sneaking in through there, walling up. Guard tower defense. The guard tower's here, and what a game plan! Just got to pull this off. Constructing stone walls. He needs to get around here. I don't know what the stone wall. But that leaves a stone. Daniel. Let's see if he knows that. Does he know? Yeah, Daniel, you see this stone. You don't want him to get that stone, right? I'm assuming that's the play. Or the gold's even more important. I take it back. The stone's not that important. It's the gold that's the issue. And that's a lot of siege. It's a lot of towers, but that's so much siege. And the eagles can get in. This is massive. The next few moments here are going to tell the story of the game. That's so much siege. But more and more towers being added by Daniel, who does have access to the stone, has 2 TCs, is in the middle of the map, has the 11 villager lead, but cannot take a fight. Any fight is just ending the game for him. And Daniel's like, I think you're going to get in. That's all right. I'm going to wall it off anyway. Interesting thought process as Valas gives up on that point. Says, nope, I can't get in there. And heads back up to this part. Now, Daniel, wisely, dropping that tower in a hurry. These towers are not enough to stop that many mangonels, though. Mangonel tower combo is enough, however, to keep Valas at bay. Valas desperately fighting to get into this. And I was confused about the Koreans. I'm sure Valas was confused about the Koreans. Well, these little holes that I thought would not play a role in the game have been a pretty major role. And you can see Daniel has even taken a lot more advantage of the fishing ships. Valas forced to take control of these shore fish, but that's not as good as the fishing ships because it doesn't give you extra pop. The fishing ships are, in essence, extra pop. I mean, you have to pay for them, but it's like extra pop that you wouldn't have otherwise. And Daniel moved out with the archers, got a couple villager kills, and then lost his whole army. I don't think that was worth it. It might have been just like 4 or 5. That was probably worth it. Okay, out here with the siege, and gets a 1-for-1 trade. He needs like a 4-to-1 trade. Like, That's a terrifying army of mangonels. This gold is just as important as getting in here because that gold would allow so much more time. And yeah, Valas just struggling to break Daniel. There's a lot of gold here remaining. Like that's still 3k gold almost. And Daniel out here looking to get these one-to-one trades and ooh, oh, that's unfortunate. The micro instead clicks on the ostriches and yep, gets no kills. Gets away with that one. Does Daniel? No, Daniel. He could drop a castle. I'd love to see a castle drop here. Honestly, yeah, here. Drop the castle. Um, that way, Valis has no way to get in and no way to take this gold eventually. And he drops the castle here. Really taking control of the center area is Daniel. He says, you know, you can have the outside. There's no gold out there, and I will take the middle and these wood lines and just camp it. I did not expect to see this. And another feature with these Red Bull games, there is a time, and I'm going to tab into the game real quick and see what the time. Okay, 670 years remain. So we have plenty of time left. 670 years. I don't think that takes us to. But the games start out with like 850 years. So we got plenty of time left. It's probably an hour and 50. This castle in the middle there for Daniel, and he has almost enough. I would have protected my ego. Um, but this is not an important area for Daniel, and I feel like, yeah, he's not worried about this outer area so much as he is the middle. Dropping another guard tower, though? Valis. Looking at dropping a castle he wants in, and that's why I would have loved a castle here. You know, castle here is like, no, you're never, ever, ever getting into my base. Whereas a castle here is like, hey, you can't get to the place you already can't get to. And this castle's a big deal. Daniel knows it, and he's going to drop stone walls. And a castle of his own, right where I said he should. Alright, so this is big. I think that'll go up. I don't think there's any way that Valis can stop that. So, that's fine. Dropping the stone walls and saying, yeah, look, I can't get that gold. Neither can you. Nobody's taking this gold. You are on the clock, as there's now 1,700. What I say earlier, 3k gold. Now there's 1,700. And 1,700. Okay, Valis is in the Imperial Age. Daniel, almost the Imperial Age. This is so crucial. These Treb fights, this Imperial Age is going to be so decisive. As, wow. Daniel even has the wood lines denied for just so much of the map, except for these acacia trees. Both players are here. The trebuchet's coming out for Valis, but no stone. And you have to give the Treb War, even with the later time, to the guy who has stone, right? He's going to be selling food for gold to buy stone, but I don't think that's going to work. Trebs on the way out, chemistry on the way out, bombard cannons are a possibility for the Koreans, not for the Aztecs. And yeah, 3 Trebs to 4 Trebs, those are massive. That makes such a big difference. Lead Eagle Warrior upgrade coming in for what? For 12 Eagles, which can't do anything anyway. I think that might almost be a waste, as crazy as it sounds. I would love to see some, after, I would love to see, something I think some players should do is double university. And why I say that is you can get your chemistry as well as your building HP techs at the same time when you go into these fights. You want chemistry for the Treb, gives them attack or gives some help to the Treb, but really allows the bombard cannons, especially if you're a bombard cannon player. And only 1 Treb, okay, 2 Trebs out now. And this castle really not able to be repaired. Now, these Trebs are 4 Trebs. It's got to be bombard cannons to take this Trebs out. And then have some thunder where I'm. Very cool. This Treb, or this castle goes down. Bombard cannon gonna come out. Keeps I think this is going to be a GG, I think. Well, this castle's going to go down. So the next step is... Okay, so the castle's down. What happens now? We have bombard cannons, trebs, mangonels, lots of towers. I don't think that actually makes a difference. I don't think it actually changes a thing here, because the keeps are going to protect anyway, and boom, snipe. And these mangonels, they're at risk. They can't deal with keeps. Onager needs to be researched. Then Onager can start poking holes in these woodlines and eagles everywhere. There's not a lot of eagles. Monks are out to convert the bombard cannons, so I did not think of that. Monks out here to convert bombard cannons. 2 war wagons. It's still a matter of, like, I don't think Daniel can fight Valas, but he doesn't need to. He just has him bottled up. And this, okay, so, ooh, hand cannons. I love it. Love it. I do have a question, concern, as, okay, these keeps are gonna get knocked down in a hurry. Like, oh, the keeps are kind of small, they dodge. So Daniel's like, I'm gonna come out and fight you. And it's gonna be Monk Skirm. Treb, and oh, the Trebs have broken through, but Daniel was ready for that so long ago. And I feel like Valas knows. And Gypsy Doodling back away, adding more stone walls. The hand cannons are out here in full force. The army not pushing out, and this is awkward. This is getting awkward, as these Trebs have to be dealt with. Now, all these monk techs with no gold. None. And yeah, skirmishers are great against hand cannons. Not so great against even Korean light cav. Like, it doesn't matter how bad they are. But dropping the key. Don't know if that's gonna work. Dropping the key to protect against the monks, but in the range of the Trebs already firing. He's like, no, never mind. That's not gonna work. I realize that now. Dropping the stone walls everywhere. As, what are we gonna see? Okay, the mining camp on the stone. This is awkward. It's so awkward. Daniel, unable to fight against Valas. Valas trapped in his base. It's so awkward. It's such an, and there's hand cannons and skirmishers beat hand cannons. I don't understand. There's all, okay. This castle. Oh, no conversions come in. It's so awkward. I think light cav are needed. Daniel really struggling to know what to do with this situation. Loses both of his war wagons, but that's not a big deal. And I could see just he breaks through this. If Valas breaks through here, I think Daniel needs an army, like, in a hurry. The Eagles are in. The Eagles are in. There's a lot of hand cannons here, though, and the Eagles have to run right back away. The Eagles are not in. But the army's on the way. What an army it is. Is Daniel clawing his way forward? Sorry, Valas clawing his way forward, looking to get some gold. Selling resources for gold is not sustainable, and the population is massively away from Daniel. Daniel needs to figure out some type of army, some kind of army company. Right now, he's just not making an army, and I really think even Korean swarms of Korean light cav. Daniel buying stone, like, ooh, the stone has really run dry on this map. Interesting. I don't think that was something he expected to be doing at this point. He's got lots and lots of gold, so why not? And Valas just backs up. He says, I can't do it. The Trebs trying to shift positions to go back around to this side of the map. That's not going to work out because these Trebs are still here. So these 3 Trebs, I see. Daniel moved out with a key. And Valis is like, no, 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 no. I have trebuchets everywhere. So stay off my lawn. And crossbowmen are splooshed out. And I think the eagle mask, everything's going to head that way. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. So weird. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know that the players have a great handle on it either. Let me tab into the game quickly. There is 480 years remaining. 480 years remaining. A keep being built under the fire of the trebuchets. The Eagle Warriors looking for a way in. I think there is a way in. They're gonna get in. They're gonna wreak havoc, but the hand cannons marching through into Valis' skirmishers. Daniel, I mean, hand cannons do drop skirmishers. They just wreck each other. And the Eagles stopped. The Eagles quick-walled out with the house. Bombard cannons being built on this side as well. Hand cannons and mangonels pushing them away. The Eagle Warriors running back the other way to take out this army, this very expensive army of bombard cannons. Lots of bombard cannons and hand cannons, but enough hand cannons now to hold that from the skirmishers and the Eagle Warriors. I think Daniel's held. I think that was it. I think that's GG. I think Daniel's held both sides. Valis pushing both sides, unable to get in. Now Valis losing his town more quickly than he's pushing on Daniel's. Daniel able to hold. Daniel now has an army, very expensive, but he doesn't have to be cost effective. The monks are a concern, but he doesn't have to be cost effective. He just has to win. He has the gold. And hand cannons, if gold's not an issue, do take out skirmishers very quickly. They just kill each other very quickly. Hand cannons are expensive. Skirmishers are cheap. They kill each other. It's not like a completely one-sided battle there, as you might think, because with 18 attack, GG's called. Valis gives it up. Daniel's done it with one of the most unorthodox strategies I've ever seen. That was really shocking and unexpected. What a game by Daniel. I'm going, like, what? He's done it. He's done it. I can't wait to get into game 3 as Daniel has now won 2-0 in this best of 7 over Valis. Daniel looking to qualify for the main event of Red Bull. And let's go through our stats quickly. Military with the massive lead in the KD, just defender's advantage all game long. Valis destroying a lot of buildings, though. Economically, Daniel in the lead, really just a commanding lead as Valis fought the whole game to try to break Daniel. Never quite able to do so. The timing's better for Valis, but Daniel held on. Society stats, you can see Daniel really boomed it out. Valis, not much in that way of society. And the APM's a lot lower this game as both players just playing, looking for any way to clutch out the game. And Daniel does it. What a game. What an exhibition by Daniel. I can't wait to see that strategy played more and countered in Red Bull Wololo Legacy. I can't wait. I hope Daniel makes it, and I hope he shows out in such a way. Actually, I don't care who makes it. Valis, make the comeback. Let's go. But what a strategy. And people are like, oh, there's not that much strategy in Empire Wars. I like RM better because it's more strategically deep. Okay, it's true. It is true. But what a strategy on this Empire Wars map by Daniel. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know I loved it. We'll see you in the next game of this best of 7 set as Daniel now leads 2-0. Thanks for watching.